this is what's going down in my Pleasantview Strangetown hood. Pleasantview is my main hood, and Strangetown is my like sort of sub hood. I downloaded a mod where you can add it as a shopping district. So yeah, there's been a lot of shit going down. I haven't even really played all that much, but there's still been a lot of shit going down. But I'll start with the kind of look of the hood. So as you can see, I have a broken set of stairs here, so that'll have to be fixed. But what I've done here is I've added some sort of like a farming area here. This is sort of like the farming area where the oldies live over here, and then like I added some farm plots over here, which I'm gonna redo this because it looks kind of funky right here. And that brings us right into the best part of the whole hood. This right here is our Will Wright shrine, because we gotta give respect to the man here. So we have our little Will Wright heads going in like kind of a triangle, and then our Simhenge here. So that's that. That's basically all I've really done to the hood, except I did add a couple little houses. Where did I add those? Over here is one little house I added. I didn't build any of these. These are all from, I think, Mod the Sims probably. But yeah, so I haven't actually built anything in this hood. I do want to go through and like renovate the some of the community lots and add more community lots. But for right now, this is good because I do have downtown also, which gives you a lot of different places you can go. And there's also some places in Strangetown, which I'll show you later, or a place in Strangetown, which I'll show you later, that they can go to if need be. But I also added in a little trailer park for all the kids, all the teens that grow into young adults. There's a couple of them that are not going to have anywhere to go. I was thinking about moving Angela with Herb and Coral, and then Lilith. I was thinking about trying to get Lilith to go out with Dustin instead of Dirk, and then trying to get Angela to go out with Dirk instead of Dustin. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. That's a different story. But anyways, so I also, before I started playing, I randomized everyone's gender preference. I changed their careers if I felt that it needed to be. I also, as I play, I'm gonna change some careers into custom careers, because I downloaded a whole bunch of custom careers that I want to check out. I'm not going to be sending any of these kids to college, but before I say that, I will say the very first thing, or the last thing I did once I had changed everyone's appearances and went in and changed everything else, is I ran Age Checker. And Age Checker basically is a mod that all you have to do is put it in your folder, open your game, load into a family, wait for the notification, save, and exit. And this mod works for everyone in the sim bin as well. What it does is it changes the age, how age works in the game, and it makes every year one day. So it's interesting. It extends the life of Sims. For instance, when we get to Strangetown, Olive Spectre will not be dying a day or two after you start playing. She will be living a little bit longer than, I'm not sure exactly how long, but long enough for me to have gotten her a job, which I will be changing her job. We'll talk about that when we get to Strangetown. So I also want Lilith and Angela to become friends. I want the story in my head is kind of like they grow up and they realize that, it was never really either one of them that was the problem. It was their parents. Their parents weren't in love, and they kind of pitted them against each other. That's just kind of my little story in my head. So I don't think that Lilith and Angela are going to have a relationship with their parents. I do think that they're going to both have relationships with their grandparents. And since Herb and Coral will be living longer because of the mod, that'll be nice as well. That'll be cool for them to have relationships with their grandparents. Also, Mary Sue is gay. And this was ACR. I had Cassandra over, and she had, obviously, Danielle had already been caught and all that, because I played that out, even though these are clean templates, and I don't believe that the scripted events work. It could have also been that I went in different order than what you should for the scripted events to work, but anyway, a lot of the scripted events you can kind of play out yourself without, the game telling you to do it. So I did that. I had Caitlin come over, I had Mary Sue catch Daniel, and anywho, after all that happened, Cassandra came over, and ACR, all of a sudden, Mary Sue and Cassandra were flirting with each other. So I was like, alright, well, you guys are friends. It kind of seems like a good match, I guess, because Cassandra, I had also played it out where I believe I had Dawn leave Cassandra at the altar, but also I cheated it to where, like, she had already been pregnant by him, because, just for, the story. So she is pregnant with, Dawn's baby. We have not gotten back to them yet. I'm not sure if I want Mortimer or Morty to be with Dina. The story is that Dina's a gold digger. I don't know if I want to play it out as that. I don't know if I want to play it out as she really loves him. And also some weird things popped up in my brain that Mortimer and Coral might be able to be together. Because, as we know, Herb is a cheating scoundrel. So, I don't know. I haven't taken a peek at Morty's and Coral's personalities to see if, they kind of would be a good match. I haven't done that yet. That's just kind of like something in my head. On to Angela and Dirk. We're having a little issues with Angela and Dirk. Dirk ended up calling Lilith for a booty call when he was still a teenager, and she had already been aged up. But Dirk and Angela have no chemistry. I don't believe either one of them have chemistry for each other, so I don't really want to cheat that. I could certainly do that, but we're gonna see where that goes. Before I say any more, what I'm doing is going through and aging up all the teens, because my original thought here was to get Lilith and Angela to switch boyfriends and be with the ones that, kind of make more sense, and just see how that kind of goes. I don't know if that's going to work. That's what part of my setup is, to get all the teens age up, and then after I get all the teens age up, I'm going to be starting to play on everyone else in the hood. I'll sit down and figure out how I want to play that. And that'll just be, slowly aging everyone up. For example, I've made it through Darren and Dirk. I've aged Dirk up. He's not doing very well, as you can see, but he is aged up. I've also aged up Lilith and Angela. I think they're right. Where are they? I've also aged up Lilith and Angela, so they are adults. I have not figured out the situation as to who's moving where. I probably moved Daniel out, and Mary Sue keeps the house. I don't know yet what's gonna go on there. Maybe she'll move in with Cassandra, and Mortimer will go Coral or move in with Dina. Not really sure yet. That's still all gonna play out. But like some of these families, like the Burbs, all I've done with them is really go through and change their lifetime wants, and I didn't randomize these two gender preference because I feel like they're really in love and they probably want to be, together, blah, blah, blah. But then again, Jennifer is a romance sim, so we'll see where that goes as well. And little Lucy is still a kid. I haven't really done any gameplay on them. So let me see. What do I have next? Oh, Angela and Tank have a thing going on, and that was ACR also. I did a little bit. What I did was I got all the teens together. I teleported some teens over to the Pleasance, and then I randomized everyone's gender preference, and then I had everyone check everyone out, basically scope the room, and that's where that come in. And then ACR kind of took over, and Angela and Tank have since done it. Lilith doesn't like Dustin, I don't believe, and Dustin doesn't like Lilith. Everyone, all the guys, even Rip and Tank, like all the teenage guys, are into Angela. Everyone's got the hots for Angela. So that's that. We'll see where that goes. they do not get along. It's purely like a lust sort of situation. They don't get along when they talk, chat or talk about hobbies or whatever. They don't really get along that way, although they do have some similar interests, which is interesting. Now, another thing that happened when I was playing a HUD right before this, just kind of like testing it out, Darren and Brandy have this really strong chemistry, and I had no idea about that. So that's where they're going. I had already played Mary Sue, and her and Cassandra had like flirted. So I thought it would be alright for, Darren to kind of go with Brandy, and he's just gonna have like this. I never had him fall in love with Cassandra. I never had them talk. So he's just kind of with Brandy. But Darren was being kind of horn dog, and I think Brandy kind of wanted to take it slow. Maybe she still missed Skip a little bit, who knows. And so that took quite a while. That took a few times of inviting Brandy over to get them to actually, fall in love and all that. The next room we have to play in Pleasantview to get things set up is the Brokes. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'll probably end up moving Brandy in with Darren and take her boys with her. By then, Dustin will be aged up, so maybe he can stay in the trailer. And then if I can get him and the lift to, I don't think they have any chemistry if I'm remembering right. If I get them to be together, though, that's where they'll be. That's it for Pleasantview, really. I can kind of give you a little look-see. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I did give everyone some makeovers. I'll start with the oldies because this is my favorite. Here's Herbie and his lovely beard. He has the big, huge beard. Now with them, I think the only thing I did was move them in. And then like change their lifetime wants and all that. I think I gave him a job, and I think I'm gonna have her do like some baking and sell from home. I'm not sure yet, or she may just get a job. So Brandy over here, I love this hair on her. That's Brandy's hair. And then we have little Bo, and of course Dustin, who's a teen still, because we had to finish playing on him. And Brandy has not had her son yet. I'm playing on a clean template so she could possibly have a daughter, but I'm kind of hoping she has a son so I can name him Skip, because that's what I usually do, is I name him Skip. So we'll see if she has a son or not. Who else do we have? We already looked at the Burbs and the Pleasants. Oh, the Goths here, okay. So there's Morty. And of course Alexander, so you haven't played on them. Alexander's still a child. And then of course Cassandra. She's not having a good time because of Dawn. And then we saw the Dreamers. The Caliente sisters, I just went in and messed with their lifetime wants, and if I can remember right, one of them, I can't remember which one, I couldn't exactly get a lifetime want that I was happy with, so that I'm going to have to mess with. I do remember it was one of them though, but I just kind of give them a little bit of makeovers and change their lifetime wants and all that. And of course Don here, I give him a nice little hat. He's pimping. So there's Donnie, and like with the rest of them, I just kind of went in and changed his outfit and hair and all that. We've already seen the Dreamers. I think that might be basically everyone. Yeah, I believe that's everyone. So that's my Pleasantview. So let's hop over to Strangetown and see what's going on there. So we're back here in Strangetown, and we have just, the normal families here. I did go through, first thing I'll do, I guess, is to show you, I gave them all makeovers. I gave, Nervous, Sweet Rainbow, oh shit, what are those called? I gave him a Sweet Rainbow Mohawk. And then, Loki, I gave him, like, some cool facial hair, and Cersei, I gave her a little bit longer hair, but just real still a short hair. Nervous here, I have a mod which adds some custom turn-ons and turn-offs. So they were randomized for Nervous and Pascal. So it ended up that Nervous and Pascal did not have attraction, which I think Nervous and Pascal are one of the best couples in Strangetown. So I cheated that. I fiddled around. I got them to be attracted to each other. I don't think they're in love yet. I think they're just kind of like they met each other and they think each other is hot. So that's that with the Beakers. The grunts again. Wow, this is an interesting one. So I of course changed everyone's outfits, and I still have to play through the Strangetown teens to age them up, and then once I'm done with that, then I can start playing the rest of the families. But with this family is very interesting. I randomized everyone's gender preferences. Tank ends up being straight. Rip ends up being a little less straight. And Buzz ends up being gay. And I just think that's great. So he's going to be finding somebody at some point if he wants. And Tank obviously has the thing going on with Angela. But I don't think that's ever going to, turn into like a love relationship. I don't think they're ever really going to get along. And Rip is not really been with anyone yet. He's not really interested. Of course, he thinks Angela's hot, but nobody's interested in Rip at all. And then we have little Buck here, who I just gave a little makeover. And then we have the singles, who I gave them all makeovers. I changed all their lifetime wants. Someone had, if I remember right, if I'm remembering the right family, someone in this this group had a job that was just like, it didn't make sense, or they didn't have a job. So I was looking at their interest and all that to see what kind of job. This all happened before I added in the custom careers, which was something like 70 megabytes of custom careers, so quite a few. We will figure out as we go if anyone, including these 4 ladies, will be having different jobs. But I'm real excited to play with that. And speaking of that, I guess we can, of the jobs, I have something to say about Olive or Ophelia over here. I downloaded a mortician career, which I have not tried out yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be giving that to Olive or Ophelia. Olive, I do remember giving her like a journalism career or something like that. Ophelia, and I have not played on Ophelia yet as a teen. So she is no longer into Johnny. I think she's straight, but she's no longer into Johnny. So that kind of sucks because they were a cute couple. Johnny is still madly in love with her, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't remember if Ophelia was into anybody, but that's what's going on with the Spectres here. And let's see, AJ, I just kind of gave him a makeover, and I changed his stuff up. And then, of course, the Smiths, I gave Pollination, or Pole, spiffy new hairdo, and Jenny, I just gave her some straight hair down, some mom hair. And Johnny, of course, I have not aged him up yet, we haven't played here yet. And then little Jill. Not much to say about them really, except that Johnny is still madly in love with Ophelia, and Ophelia, I think, has kind of grown out of that relationship. Okay. Oh, yes. One more thing about the Beakers. Loki, I gave him a secondary aspiration of family. And I think I gave Cersei a secondary aspiration of fortune. I don't remember about nervous. Don't remember what his is originally. But Loki seemed to me like more like a family sim. He was into toys in school and all that, and I don't remember if he's playful or not. I don't think so. But anywho, in my head, he's kind of like the one that wants to have a family. Cersei's not really as into it. I know there's a secondary aspiration calculator you can use to figure out the secondary aspirations of Sims, but I personally just like to kind of go in and look at their stuff myself and just choose what I think they would be for secondary. So these ones I have played through around. This is where I started because this is my favorite family in Strangetown. Vidkund had a baby. And I think Zarn is his baby, because of course we don't have the clean templates, so he never, it never prompts you to bring him up to check the telescope and all that. And that, again, that could have just been the way I played the families. I don't remember. Because I did go in and do some makeovers and stuff before I started playing. So that could have just been me messing it up. Pascal here also has a daughter, Xanda. So he was pregnant first, because I think he's pregnant in the game. Excuse me. And Laszlo, I changed his career in his lifetime want to gaming, because I feel like that, you know, based on his interests and all that, he was more of like a gamer than a scientist guy. I can't remember. I think I gave one of them like an ecological guru or something, and I made I think by default, yeah, everyone's a knowledge sim, but I think I made Vidkin a secondary family sim, because he seemed like he would fit that. And I don't remember for these two boys, but of course we're going to be getting Pascal with Nervous and starting that up. As far as Laszlo and Vidkin go, I don't believe they have any interest quite yet. I just played through, you know, like a round. Also, everyone's days are going to be kind of funky because, for instance, like Angela, the Pleasant twins and Tank had different ages until they aged up into an adult. So I'm going to have to mess with that when I get there. The last thing I kind of wanted to show you in this hood is this little sort of social welfare office I built. It's a place where Sims can come to shower and cook, and in my imagination it's like a food cupboard sort of. So I did build this, so let's read the description. Everyone needs a helping hand sometimes, so stop on down to the local food cupboard and help yourself to some much needed groceries, and prepare yourself a hot meal if you need to. So I don't know why I capitalized food cupboard, but let's go in. Okay, so here we are at the community food cupboard. And I'm using some custom content, can't remember exactly what they're called here. Yeah, decorative parking spaces, so we can have, you know, some handicapped ones for the older folks. So here is the food cupboard, and I spent way too much time on this damn food cupboard. So let's take a peek. I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm just going to put the wall down because it's easier. So yeah, if we go, yeah, there we go. So I spent way too much time with OMSPs in here, way too much time. But that's that. This is like a little kitchen where you can come, and I tried to make like a dirty sink here, and that's only because I had an OMSP, if you can tell right there, that I could not get to, and I did not want to mess with it. So I just kind of try to fill up the sink with dishes. We have, you know, just kind of some, you know, clutter hanging out here. So this is where you can come as a member or a resident of either Strangetown or Pleasantview to, because I didn't want to place this same exact thing in two different places, and also I don't know how well it's going to work moving it with, you know, all the MSPs and stuff. I've never done that, so it might be fine, but I love these yellow stoves. But yeah, so there's a couple of different places here where you can come and have your coffee, you know, have something to eat. I put this here because I felt like, you know, stop, have your coffee, you know, don't forget your coffee. So out here we just have, you know, some pastries laying around. This, I believe, is supposed to spawn an NPC or something. I don't know if it works. I never tested that out, but we'll find out. Something's going on with our bread here. We'll figure that out too. But I just found, and I think I downloaded these as custom content, and this is the closest I could find to something that looked like a cafeteria table. I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking, but this is just kind of, you know, you can come in here and eat. And then this is the part that took me way too long. This is where you can come and get yourself some, you know, this is like the food cupboard area. We have some dog and cat items over here, a whole bunch of dog and cat food, and just, you know, random food that you can grab. You also, I put this little sign here, you know, kind of saying, oh, look, food. And, yeah, I spent way too much time placing all this shit in here. But that's that. You have a little area here where you can, like, weigh, you know, you can have a pound of bananas or something, I don't know. And over here, you can do some skilling. I've got a couple books, or a bookshelf, a couple of Monique's Hack Computers, I believe they are. And, see, this telephone is weird because this is the one that disappears when I place it down, but for some reason here it didn't do that. But anyway, I figured there could be a little area where, you know, if you had a kid, you could maybe get a free toy for them over here. Then these you can get your cold products out of, even though there's like yogurt and milk, but that's okay. So that's that. And then the bathrooms, what in the hell is that? I did not place a giant apple. I don't know what has been replaced or not, but I did not place giant apples in here. I think it was like little towels that hung on the wall or something. I don't know, that, or shelf racks with towel. I don't know. But anyways, that's not what I placed there. So here's the little bathrooms, and yes, I did. I used duckies in the bathroom. So that's the bathroom there. There's simple little bathrooms, male and female. And then we have, you know, a couple of the social welfare tables where people can come and get social welfare. We also have a job board here, and then, you know, like another little place where you can do some skilling. And I do believe I had placed a chair here at some point. I don't know where that went. Like a little bench. And then, yeah, just it's a little bit of decorating on the outside. I'm not very good at landscaping, so I just threw some shit down. And then I have just a little toy for your kids, to keep your kids busy if you're coming, you know, to the food shelf or coming to look for a job or any of that. So yeah, that's the community food cupboard in Strangetown, but like I said, Pleasantview Sims can use it as well. And that's basically it for my Pleasantview Strangetown hood. I haven't really started playing yet a whole lot. It takes a long time to set stuff up, and there's so much more for me to do. Really, I want to renovate a lot of the lots, and as I play the families, I kind of want to do little renovations on their homes if I see fit. Although I will not probably be changing. At some point, I'm going to be doing the Curious family, but I don't want to change. I love their, like, you know, weird telescope shit going on their roof, so I'm going to be keeping that, but I probably will do the inside a little bit. But anywho, now I'm just rambling. So that's my Strangetown Pleasantview hood. I hope you enjoyed.